Hey guys, so Samira bringing you another video, and welcome to once again a timed video release with Riot Games themselves, going over Samira, the new champion, and I did get the pronunciation right because that's what she says in the cinematic. We're going to go over all of her abilities, break them down, and also ask you guys what do you think. And as a celebration of this video, we're actually going to do a Riot Point giveaway. So if you guys want to get involved in that, we're going to give some Riot Points to wherever you are in the world. All you got to do is be a subscriber, like the video, and comment down below, what do you think of this champion? I'll let it go for about a week's time. I'll draw a winner, and I'll reply to you if you are the winner. So, the new champion, Samira, she's apparently an AD carry. I'm not too sure she is. But again, thanks to Riot for providing me all the footage early to allow me to get this video made at the exact same time that it's obviously the world launch of her officially. And she looks interesting. You know, the word strong, I say, will spring to mind. But the way that we're going to do it is we're going to bring up the abilities one by one. I'm going to go quiet at the beginning and let you guys hear what it sounds like. Then I'll mute the audio and then I'll explain what it does. We'll also say, unfortunately, weirdly, the footage that I've been supplied with by Riot isn't full screen, so I've actually stretched it a little bit, but I can't stretch it too much because then it will look kind of bad. So that's why it's not full screened. So anyway, without much further ado, let's get into it, where her passive, and we're starting off with it, which is kind of like her biggest unique thing, is Daredevil Impulse. So, Daredevil Impulse. It's her passive, and as you can see above her, she has different lettering. Well, that lettering is her style grade. So, chaining non-repeating abilities and basic attacks increases Samira's style grade by 1 letter, from E to S rank. Every style grade gives her bonus movement speed, and also Samira can also damage enemies at range with her guns or with her sword, and they will count to it. And also her auto attacks with her sword deal bonus magic damage. So yeah, this champion, by the way, depending on who she attacks, her auto attack will be ranged with her gun, or it will be melee with a sword. But obviously the sword may deal a little bit more damage because you're putting yourself more at risk for doing so. Samira can also juggle enemies who are movement impaired by her allies in the air, extending their displacement. So that I don't think is actually shown here, by the way. But yeah, apparently, which is like, oh, that's not strong enough. Apparently, if a champion is displaced and movement impaired, she can juggle them as an AD carry, whatever she is. Oh, there it is. So there, right there. Sorry, I missed that. So Swain latches her E and she juggles them. She picks them up in the air for a little bit of a time. So, yeah, now you may obviously ask, what do these obviously passive different skills mean? Well, we'll get into that because they do things other than increase her movement speed. And now, obviously, we'll get into her Q. Now, her Q is called Flare. So, her Q is called Flare. As you can see, it's pretty basic. Nothing crazy going on, but Samira fires a shot at her enemy's direction when at range with her guns, or if enemies in melee range will be instead a slash of her sword. So again, she seems to be, again, ranged and melee, either or. Now again, the one thing we don't know, she'll be obviously available on PBE very soon. We don't know if this is a point and click ability, because how does the game know who you're attacking, you know? I would guess that this is a point and click ability, because how else would it know to do the gun or the sword? You may want the other not, So I'm guessing it's, oh, you point and click and it's a target in ranged, it's a distance away. Well, it will use the gun. Point and click, oh, they're right next to you. It'll use the sword. That's what I'm guessing. But yeah, we don't fully know. To me, that would be logic if it would be that way. But yeah, that is a cube. So again, nothing flashy so far with that. It just depends what's going on, depending what range you are. Now we're going to move on to her W, Blade Whirl. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Blade Whirl is probably what a lot of people are scared of this champion. This seems to be a Yasuo Wind Wall 2.0. So Samira slashes the area around her sword, damaging enemies in the vicinity twice. So I guess the sword loops around twice, as you can see. But then also destroying any enemy missile in the area at cast and that enter the area after the fact. So yeah, it's a bigger Yasuo Wind Wall. It's a multi-directional Yasuo Wind Wall. It's a circle, not just a wall. This scares me, and I'm not ashamed to say that. It genuinely scares me because Yasuo, he's a good champion to many people, but playing against him, you can lane against him, but the most obnoxious thing about Yasuo is his Wind Wall to me and to many players. So this seems to be, in essence, a better version. It does damage. It's bigger than Yasuo Wind Wall. It's in all directions. It's just you are the center of it. So yeah, again, we don't know how much damage it deals. I would guess it doesn't deal too much damage because it has so much utility of denying abilities for the enemy team. But that does scare me a little bit, not going to lie. I'm sure many of your opinions that if you're going to enter the giveaway and you're going to give your opinion, I imagine a lot of them are probably going to be about this ability. And yeah, that was Bladewell. And now we're going to move on to her E, which is Wild Rush. Okay, so Wild Rush is basically Samira dashes through an enemy or ally, either, dealing magic damage to enemies passed through and gaining bonus attack speed for the duration. Takedowns on enemy champions reset Wild Rush's cooldown. So this is where she's going to be gaining a lot of mobility in team fights. She'll be kind of dashing around when she gets takedowns and stuff. And obviously, remember, a takedown isn't just a kill. A takedown is also an assist. That if she gains credit for an assist, she'll get a reset there. So yeah, but this is why, by the way, I said right at the beginning, I'm not incredibly convinced she's an AD carry purely because she's a lot of abilities that are like, she wants to be in the middle. She has the Bladewell that's denying, damage for the enemy team missiles. That's going to be good in the middle of a team fight. This Wild Rush isn't an AD carry ability. It's a melee run-in ability. So obviously she's a hybrid ranged and melee champion, which to me, that doesn't scream AD carry. That screams mid laner to me more than any other role so far. But obviously you guys will have to let me know what you think. But now we're going to move on to kind of, the big showy ability of this champion, I guess you could say. And that is her ultimate, Inferno trigger. So yeah, Inferno trigger, ladies and gentlemen, is Samira's ultimate. And so what it does, Samira unleashes a torrent of shots from her weapons, wildly attacking any enemies around her 10 times over a duration. Each shot deals physical damage, it applies lifesteal, and can critically strike. But the caveat to this ability is she can only cast this ultimate when she has got to S rank of her style grade. So, we're talking minimum, we said earlier, her passive, obviously, that we've mentioned, that she has to get through, obviously, E, C, B, and like all the way up to S. So it's going to take a little while for her to actually get there, and then she can cast her ultimate. So it's not like she can instantly do it. It's more of a ramp up thing. But I reckon, when she's getting credit, if you go all the way back to the passive, by the way, which is here, basically she's gaining, as you're about to see, she's gaining 1 per auto attack. So with later in the game, it's going to take, 6 or 7 abilities plus auto attacks to get to the S rank. With attack speed and all that, she will get it pretty fast. We're not talking, it's going to take her 10 seconds. You can see it right here. It's pretty quick. So she will be able to get her ultimate off, not at a crazy pace, I'd say. And it doesn't really show it here, by the way. But obviously, when you complete your ultimate, I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think that the ability may not have a cooldown. I think it literally just goes off, if you're S rank, you can use the ability when you're S rank. So, after you've completed your ultimate, if you quickly get through the style grades again by auto-attacking and using your abilities, you can ult potentially for a second time. You might be able to ult 2 times a team fight. I'm pretty sure the champion trailer showed her doing that. So yeah, that is the champion, everybody. Honestly, she looks pretty strong to me. You know, we all can have guesses. We don't exactly know her scaling right now, but she'll be on PB very soon. And yeah, like, again, I'm not personally convinced she's an AD carry. She might be able to play bot lane. That's the thing. And maybe the term AD carry is now loose. You know, yeah, technically Yasuo is an AD carry when he's bot lane. She might be that. She might be, oh, she is a bot laner, but she's not the stereotypical, I'm going to stay at range and shoot you from range all the time. She clearly is a champion that has to go in melee and ranged. So not a normal AD carry anyway. But that is Samira. Again, I think I pronounced that right because that's how she says it in her own cinematic. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the champion. Again, she seems a little bit crazy to me. That Yasuo wind wall, what's the biggest thing you're scared of? That. And, you know, normally we make a little bit of a prediction. We have done for many years with new champions. I think she's going to be hard to balance, which may be not a surprise. But she looks cool. She looks great. You know, she has some unique things. The style points is a brand new kind of mechanic here in League. But her actual abilities, you know, again, you can see these abilities from other things. Like, well, her ultimate, you can see it from a different video game. It's practically Reaper's ultimate from Overwatch. But, you know, the E is a dash that isn't anything crazy new. The W is a big bladey swirl thing. It's just the AoE Yasuo wind wall is a bit crazy. The Q is obviously a basic shot, like a Lucian Q, but a single shot or a melee slash. So yeah, nothing like insane in terms of, oh my god, that's all brand new, but it's the style point mechanic that makes this champion arguably, what I would guess, very snowbally. But also maybe a bit useless if she gets behind, because it's an AD carry type champion that has to go in melee range. But that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy this breakdown of the new champion, throw a like on the video. Again, we're giving away some Riot points. Do, you know, be a subscriber, like the video, and enter. Give your opinion about the champion down below, and that'll get yourself entered. But I will see you guys next time. And feel free, by the way, if you're new here to the channel, check out the other content. I'd be pretty happy with the uploads that we've been doing recently. But I will see you guys in the next champion reveal, which again, we've got this champion, and I think we have 2 more champions this year, bare minimum. So it'll be interesting what happens with those, because yeah, the recent champions have been pretty strong. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.